Hi there, this is Fred, FR5ED. The 5 is silent. Here to do a special beer review. This is by a home brewer, friend of mine. So this is a first for me. I don't think I've ever reviewed a home brew before. And it's an IPA, yay. And it's called Rainy Day IPA. I think David said it's not an original recipe, although he may have put his twist on this, I'm not sure. But David Brunson, friend of mine here locally in Central Florida, who, by the way, here's just a little advertisement, unsolicited by him. David's got a great business here locally called Taps from Scratch, where they have built, he doesn't call them kegerators, he calls them pub hubs, because I think there's a lot more technique and science that's gone into the design and the building of these. I've seen them. So there's something special. He sells and rents those. If you need a 1, 2, 3, 4 tap supply of draft beer at a function, I don't know how they do it for the price they do. We used Taps from Scratch for our high school reunion last year. Fabulous job, unbelievably inexpensive, and no work for us. They delivered everything, set it up, made sure it was working, came back when we were finished, took it all away. Fantastic. Check them out. tapsfromscratch.com. Just a free advertisement for David's business there. Anyway, I helped. Wow, I can't say I helped. I was at David's house last weekend when he was brewing in the backyard, which he does every weekend. He's got a great setup and does anywhere from 10 to 20 gallons at a time, and just very robust setup and a very robust grain bill for the last batch he did. But this one, the Rainy Day IPA, let me just real quickly just run any of you who have an interest or are home brewers. 13 pounds of crisp pale 2 malt, a pound of Cara Munich 1 pound of Weyermann Light crystal malt, a pound of 60 crystal malt, half a pound of Belgian amber, half a pound of Belgian Cara Munich, and half a pound of aromatic malt. The hops, 3 ounces of Columbus, 2 ounces of Magnum, and 2 ounces of Amarillo. And he happened to use 1056 Y yeast. I think, yeah, here it is. The original gravity was 1.068. The final specific gravity was 1.016, and that comes out to an 8.1% ABV. So enough of all the verbiage. Let's open it. We're going to open this. Let's hope it opens well and doesn't make a mess. There we go. Oh, you caught all that flinching on camera, huh? All right, so let's pour. Oh my gosh, it smells wonderful. Nice, dark honey, almost an amber color. Oh, wow. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, David asked me if I would try this, and it's just, I've not been available or been in town, so I got this from him when I was at his house last weekend, and now I'm out of town, just got back in. So anyway, it's a very deep, almost an amber, reddish amber color, dark honey, beautiful head on it. It looks as good as anything I've ever seen. Clear. I mean, let's see, a little frosting on the glass. I want to get down to a light source. Very, very, very slightly cloudy, which is no negative in my book. Anyway, wonderful orange. Well, the citrus is just abounding there. Citrus and pineapple. Oh, very sweet smelling, and a little bit of that. It's probably that Crystal 60. I'm just starting to learn, but I might be smelling a little bit of the Crystal 60 malt in there, because that can add a little sweetness to at least the taste. A little orangey sweetness to the taste, if not the aroma. Anyway, let's give this a taste. That tastes so balanced. I don't know what the IBUs are on this. I don't imagine they're super high. I'm not being bit all over the mouth with hop bitterness, but there's plenty of it there to let you know it's an IPA. Malt taste comes through. There's a lot of IPAs where it's so much about the hops that you forget there's malt in there. But you've got a nice, smooth, bready, biscuity, not toasty, but you know, just a nice malt taste in there. As far as sweetness, there is some sweetness to it. It's not super dry. It's not cloyingly sweet either. I do know that David takes measurements all throughout his brewing process. He's checking gravity all the way through. because he doesn't want to. He wants to be proactive instead of reactive. So he's working the grain when he's doing the mash. He's working the boil, and if he needs to add, sometimes he'll add some DME, some dry malt extract. He likes to use honey. He will dilute some honey and have it on standby. Again, to make sure there's plenty of fermentables in there to make sure he's going to hit the gravity he's looking for. And sometimes, I'm sure the honey taste can come through. I don't know that I taste honey. I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up using some honey as, with an 8.1 8.1 alcohol. There was a robust grain bill going on there, and I imagine, some more fermentables added along the way. It's wonderful. Not too sweet, not too bitter. Mouthfeel is medium, a little higher than medium maybe. With an 8.1 ABV, you're bordering on what some people define as a double IPA. So this might be right on the edge of that there. I find it quite delightful. Rainy day IPA, I would say you need to try it, but gosh, I don't know how you can. I'll just have to enjoy this one by myself here. It's wonderful. The other beers I had when I was over there, he had a Fuggles Stout that really was, again, it was so robust as far as his grain bill and what the gravity ended up being. It could probably be, an imperial stout. It was like nothing I'd ever tasted. It had such a very intense roast to it, not burned, just a very intense roast. And then the Fuggles hops that were in it, single hopped with Fuggles. Was wonderful, and he had a pale ale on tap. So I'm getting to taste these homebrew recipes that, in my mind, the world's, it's endless. It's an unlimited world out there of what you can brew once you start understanding what the different malts, the different yeasts, and the different hops do to your final product, and how you do it. How do you do your mash out? What are you doing with your temperatures and your dilution and all of that. So anyway, fabulous. David Brunson, thank you, brother. This is one wonderful brew. So I look forward to the next time I can get over there and learn some more from David. And in the meantime, I'm going to finish this. It's fabulous. This is Fred, FR5ED, over and out.